So good day everyone, my name is Vincent Madres Aguirre and let us proceed to cognitivism. So cognitive development, development of the mind and anything that is produced by it. So the psychology of learning, which emphasizes human cognition or intelligence as a special endowment enabling men to form hypotheses and develop intellectuality. It involves examining learning memory, problem-solving skills, and intelligence. Okay, so as teachers, we have to be very good in our own cognitive development. And when we give activities to our students, it should target a memory, opera and problem-solving skills of your students. So do not tell them to answer a certain activity, without telling them what's the purpose of it, without you checking it in front of them so that they can be able to learn more as you check the activity. So how does learning occur? Learning is equated with discrete changes between states of knowledge rather with changes in the probability of response. Focus on the conceptualization of students' learning processes and address the issue of how information is received, organized, stored, and retrieved by the mind. So last is from Jonathan. Learning is concerned not so much with what learners do, but with what they know and how they come to acquire it. So these are the factors that influence learning. So cognitivism, like behaviorism, emphasizes the role that environmental conditions play in facilitating learning. So in that context, so we have to analyze the term environmental or environmental conditions because as stated here, it plays a role in facilitating learning. So what are these environmental conditions? So anything that are happening outside that could affect your students. For example, students can learn more when they are in a not cut out or not grounded place. Let's say the number of students in one classroom is only 25 or 30. Versus the same size of classroom and there are 15 to 60 students. So that's one environmental condition. And let's say the heat in the room, so not properly ventilated and the other things. So there are environmental conditions in instructional explanations, demonstrations, illustrative examples, and much non-examples are all considered to be instrumental in guiding student learning. Okay, so it includes demonstration. So there could be a demo teacher, illustrative, and much non-examples in the instructional explanation. So in these pandemic times, just like what we are doing, the teachers keep on producing video lessons which are considered to be as instructional explanations. Similarly, emphasizes is placed on the role of practice with corrective input. So, when we give feedback, it should be corrective. It should be what you are targeting to give feedback to it. You are giving feedback so that the work will become better in the end. So, learners' thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and values are also considered to be influential in the learning process, of course. So, what are the thoughts of your learners? What are the videos? What are the attitudes? What are the values? So, one thing that I can tell is that the students should properly be motivated to learn. They should have dreams. They should believe that one of the keys to become successful someday is to gain knowledge through formal education setting. So the real purpose of cognitive approach is on changing the learning by encouraging him or her to use appropriate learning strategies. So how does transfer occur? According to cognitive theories, transfer is a function of how information is stored in memory. Next, when a learner understands how to apply knowledge in different contexts, then transfer has occurred. Next, prior knowledge is used to establish boundary constraints from identifying the similarities and differences of novel information. And last is, learner must believe that the knowledge is useful in a given situation before he will activate it. So what now are the classroom implications? So when creating and implementing a learning environment, it is imperative that the teachers not only create a setting that promotes learning, but also take the time to understand each child. So it's not only about the physical environment that we are talking about. Let's say Archeon, but that's considered to be as physical, and in this statement it is being said that we could also learn what kind of learners do we have and understand this kind of learner. So as I mentioned before, if you have 50 students, then you have 50 kinds of students with different needs and different personalities. Speaker to properly manage their classrooms and establish expectations will be able to incorporate diverse teaching philosophies and create an excellent learning. So, environment for each student, saying that we are instructional leaders, so we teach our students, we also manage them, so that's another function of us. So we have to incorporate and diverse the teaching class, teaching philosophy. So when we speak of diverse, we are utilizing a lot of teaching philosophies. Do not focus in so there are a lot of teaching philosophy that can be able to use in order to facilitate learner. So centered teaching, and it's important that teachers create a learning environment that encourage students to do their best and makes learning interesting. This creates a motivational climate within the classroom. So I would agree to this. No, I'm just imagining a student who's having a problem at home will have the same problem when they went to school. So that means, how can they be motivated in learning if there is no difference between the home and in the school? Well, of course, in another context, if the home is friendly, then the school should be also friendly. But if the home is not that friendly, the school should be friendly, not on the same context as that of the home of the child. So aside from that, there should be a lot of things that are going on inside, so that there will be, and they will be motivated. There are a lot of things that you can do to motivate your students to learn. So it's up to you. It helps up to build your creativity and resourcefulness in order to do so. So that's all. Thank you.